What's up, my family? Listen, first-time listener, or you've been here the whole damn time. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, giddy up, let's go, no notes.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored! They did it!
Slap.
What the hell was that? Oh, yeah!
What the f*** are you talking about?
All right, everybody. We are back again, live on A2D Radio. That's right. It's me, Irving Fryar. That's my big dog, Hollis Thomas, here on Vetted. Good to see everybody. Y'all log in. Let us know you're there. Make a comment, ask a question, whatever it may be. But we are live and we are remote. This is something different. Yeah, this is actually the second time we've done this. Second time. But this is the first time with just Big Dog and I. We are remote in Ardmore at Carlino's.
Ardmore at Carlino's, yes.
Tell them.
Delicious. It's we're talking about the tenderness here.
Yeah, the tenderness.
You've had my
tenderonis.
Sandwich. Yeah, you've had my sandwich, and you.
The sandwich was excellent.
And I think you can outdo me, but
I can.
You can. No.
I'm gonna make one that's better than yours.
No, you're not.
They're gonna make me one better than
mine
yours.
was still first.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but mine will be last.
We had to pay some other bills. Am I not correct?
Pay the bill.
Okay. Here we go. We've got Royal Billiards Recreation. It's the ultimate game room and Man Cave Delight. They were established in 1982, so they're celebrating 41 years of providing the people with the best of pool tables, shuffleboards, bar and kitchen stools, bars and tables, both custom and and the run of the mill stuff. And not only that. If your muscles are sore, hot tubs. Hot tubs. Somebody omitted from letting me know that they had hot tubs. Craig Kaplan.
Who didn't tell you they had hot tubs?
Craig Kaplan. and we'll be there next week.
Yes, sir.
But he omitted to tell me that they had hot tubs, so I couldn't bring my bathing suit.
We'll be there live next week, yes, so you can bring your bathing suit.
We'll be there live.
We'll be doing the show from the hot tub next week.
Yes, it's 515 Bethlehem Pike, Colmar, Pennsylvania 18915, or just go on royalbilliards.com. And if you go there, take some treats because they have Marty the little French bulldog, and tell. Am I saying her name? Audra. She's a good friend. Audra. They named Marty because they used to go to so many Mardi Gras.
With the dog?
Yeah, it's the dog, Marty.
With the dog?
Yeah, well, no, he came later.
He just came later.
I don't think they can go as much as they used to doing their business. So go to Royal Billiards and tell them that the tank sent you. You heard it here on A2D Radio.
Marty, the Mardi Gras reminder dog.
Yes.
Yeah. Bring treats for Marty.
Yeah.
Well, listen, welcome you all in. Our A2 or agree to disagree statement today or question today, whatever you want to call it, is this. Throw that up there, Ralph. Thank you. The Eagles are going to blow the Jets out this week. The Eagles are and you know what? I personally believe they will. Okay. We're gonna talk about the Rams win and all, and we're gonna talk about the Jets. But let me tell you why, everybody, I think or believe that the Eagles are going to blow the Jets out. One, because the Eagles are steadily improving every week. They're getting better every week.
Correct.
Zach Wilson is arguably, I don't know if that's the right word to use, but he's arguably the worst quarterback in the NFL. All right?
Yeah, he's up there.
The worst quarterback in the NFL. They've lost their starting, which was the best offensive lineman. They lost him last week, starting right tackle.
They lost him?
He's gone. He's gone. That's right.
You talking about Max Mitchell?
Yep, he's gone.
He sucked anyway.
Well, he was their best offensive lineman, and now he's gone. And I believe not because the offense is going to score so many points, because the Jets have a decent defense. They don't give up a lot in the passing game. They do decent in stopping the run. There's some stats we're going to talk about a little bit later, but I don't think that the Eagles are going to blow them out because the offense is going to be so great.
Right.
I believe the defense is going to score points against the Jets. Our defense, the Eagles defense, because the Jets offense is so bad.
Well, I figured it like this. I give you my prediction later on, but I figured it like this. I figured we was gonna impose our will on their defense, and their offense is gonna do a bunch of 3-and-outs, and we would stop the run and make Zach Wilson try to beat us. But you have to remember too that we played the last time with Zach Wilson I guess he was a rookie. He went like what was it, something 9 of 12 with 2 touchdowns in the first half against us.
But that was when he was having a good year, his rookie year. He had a good year his rookie year.
That was Jonathan Gannon.
Right. It's changed since then. Yeah. Zach Wilson's attitude, his mindset, even how he thinks about himself has changed. Because remember when Aaron Rodgers signed, Zach Wilson told the media, "Oh, now the pressure is off of me." Who does that? I don't know anybody who shies away from pressure in the NFL. I want pressure because the pressure makes me play better. Yes. The pressure makes me perform at a higher level. So Zach didn't want the pressure. And then when Aaron went down, obviously the pressure came about again. Yeah. And he came in and stubbed his toe a few times. But they're doing some things right now, which we'll talk about later, to take the pressure off of him in that running the ball. So he's not having to throw the ball. He's not having to make big decisions. They're just asking him to manage the game. And he has not played against a defense like this. Yes, they did win against Denver last week, but Denver sucked. Yeah, that was Russell Wilson's playing the worst I've ever seen him play in his life.
But that was an inspiring victory as well. Because you remember when Sean Payton came out and said that Neil Hackett did the worst coaching job ever in Denver the previous year.
Right.
And he wasn't lying, but he forgot that they supposedly have a fraternity where you're not supposed to tell the truth.
No. Well, Sean Payton is not one of my favorite people. Anyway,
right. He was here with you.
He was here with me, but yeah, all the more reason why he's not one of my favorite people. There's some stuff that happened between Sean and I later on that had involved my son, actually. Okay. And so we'll keep the personal stuff out of it, but he's not one of my favorite people.
Okay. He's one of my guys. So I was laughing when he said it, and I knew he immediately regretted saying it out loud.
Yeah.
Even if you think it, and you're back in the coaching role, you don't completely say it. But then you turn around and you look at they had the Hard Knock stuff with with Robert Salas and what he said, the F-bombs he dropped about about the handshake. I'm like, dude, I was like, really, dude? I was like, really? Now when people get you, they're gonna try to throttle you. And then when they won that first game against the Buffalo Bills, you would have thought they won the Super Bowl.
Right.
That was I don't know if I saw confetti dropping. Or did you? I'm looking at it, I was like, what the hell? I was like, really?
No, it was the sparkles like you see on yourself. The sparkles.
But it was but they're patting the kid on the back every chance they possibly could get. So I think they're gonna minimize the throwing stuff. They're gonna kind of dictate to where he should go and get the ball out of his hands quickly. But they're gonna use that the two-headed monster in Cook and Breece Hall.
Yeah. Well, they're running the ball. Right. Well, since we're there, let's talk about it. They're running the ball, and not only are they running the ball, but what they've done over the last couple of games in particular is they're motioning before they run the ball. Yes. And if you count the numbers, which is what I did, when they run the ball and they have motion, their yards per carry is like 7.6 yards per carry. Right. They did that 38 times when they're motioning, and that causes the defense, obviously, to have to identify who's in motion and creates a little more space, particularly in the secondary. When they do that, and they've done it over the last 2 games, they've done it 38 times, and on those 38 times, they've averaged 7.6 yards per carry.
Yeah, but when you look at it, too, as long as the one thing that I do know about when they motion the ball, they're just trying to get numbers,
of course,
on a specific side.
Of course,
and then sometimes they're doing it, as if you notice, they haven't given him any audibles either.
Well, no, because he can't handle that. He's still young. He still hasn't figured it out. They haven't figured it out as a team. They want to keep put as little pressure on him and have him make as few decisions during the game as possible. They want to take the ball out of his hands and put it in the hands of the running game and have him throw intermediate passes, not necessarily passes down the field, short intermediate passes, and try to win the games like that. That's not going to work with the Eagles. No. That's not going to work with the Eagles. They're going to be putting too much pressure on him, and he doesn't do well, as we've seen in the past, with pressure. Listen, those of you who are here at Carlino's with us, feel free to come up to the desk and ask us a question. You can sit right here next to Big Dog, and we put the headphones on you and a mic, and you can come up and ask us a question, and we will do our best to answer your question. Keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
Can I get some of that sparkling water I had last time?
Sparkling water? Here,
yes.
I'll give you the whole bottle. It's sparkling water right there.
Did they open it?
It's open.
Okay.
It's open. Bang. There you go.
Good.
Listen, before we get deep into the Phillies, to the Eagles today, we're gonna shout out to the Phillies. You got your Phillies gear on. You mix it and matching right there with the Eagles green and the Phillies. Yeah.
It's about the camouflage.
You sharp, man.
With the hat.
You sharp. I just wore my camouflage. I figure that covers it all.
Well,
you can't see me.
Well, I did bring it's Red October, so I brought the Phillies Red October.
All right.
Towel. So
shout out to the Phillies. They play tonight, game 4, right?
Yes, it's the closeout game if we win.
They smacked Atlanta last night 10-2.
Did you know, so this is one of those games that I did not even know this until my esteemed colleague. So when Harper got thrown out in the previous game before last game, Ozuna was I guess
he's like that a boy.
He's like, way to go, that a boy.
Yeah, that a boy. That a boy. Yeah.
So
you didn't know about that?
No.
That's what he did in the home run. He hit the 2 home runs and stared him down and just run around second base.
Well, no, the first home run he hit, he just gazed upon it like wow, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people thought it was a foul because I was on my way back from doing some business in Milwaukee, and I was watching it at the airport. I was like, oh man! So then on the second home run, as he's running around second base, he gave him the look.
Of course,
he gave him the look like that. I was like,
yeah.
And so then I was like, yeah, he's on that like Jordan S type thing.
He should have gave him the stanky leg. That's what he should have gave him, the stanky leg right going across second base. Drag his leg across second base.
But it was like one of the best games that I've seen on the airplane in quite some time.
And some of the reporters, I hear people saying, well, if he was going to say something like that, he should have said it behind closed doors, not in front of the media. First of all, if you don't want something repeated, don't say it at all.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're in the locker room or behind closed doors or wherever. If you don't want it repeated or you don't want somebody to find out about it, don't say it at all. Don't say it at all because it will get repeated. But yeah, serves him right. Serves him right. Listen, we got another commercial coming up. We'll come right back. Ralph, hit it.
Royal Billiard and Recreation, proudly celebrating 40 years and our new, bigger showroom.
Twice the size and twice the fun.
More pool tables by Olhausen. More dartboard sets, including custom reclaimed backboards. More bar and kitchen stools that can change a room.
And more bars, including pre-built and custom.
Hot tubs, skee ball, shuffleboard, outdoor,
and fun.
Royal Billiard and Recreation, your ultimate game room store. Now located on Bethlehem Pike in Colmar.
Royal Billiard and Recreation, boy, we're going to be there next week. I can't wait. I can't wait. You've been telling me so much about Carlino's. Yeah. You've been telling me about Royal Billiards as well. And so far, you're batting 1,000, my brother.
I'm here for the people.
Yeah. No. Well, you've been telling me, and I haven't been here. I'm here now. If I didn't live so far away from Carlino's, which I'm like an hour and 6 minutes with no traffic, and I know if I try to come here on a regular basis, I will hit traffic and it'll be 2 hours away. If I didn't live so far away, do they have takeout here?
Yeah.
Can you have order? Can I order? Can you send it in the mail?
They'll work something.
Yeah, work something out.
Yes. They'll work.
All right. Or how about I just have Craig pick it up and bring it to my house? Yeah. Yeah.
Craig's like, nah.
So listen, we were both at the game this past weekend in LA. First of all, what did you think about that stadium, man? Did you go to the game? Because I know we do what we do before the game. Sometimes I'm so worn out from being around the people and stuff like that. I don't even go to the game, man. I just go back to my hotel room and watch the game on TV.
I know. I actually went to go to the game and looked at the magnifying glass that it was and realized that it was about so being out there, the temperature was misleading. If you're in LA,
well, you're always hot though, bro. But you're always hot. You're sweating now.
I know, but let me get this. but let me get this part out. It was 100 degrees inland. It was 100 plus degrees inland. By the beach, it was 85 to 90. So the stadium was inland. There was a lot really glass top like.
It wasn't that hot.
Okay.
That was you, bro.
Okay.
I wasn't sweating, and listen.
You never sweat.
I do sweat. I'm sweating right now.
No, you're not.
Yeah, because I'm talking. I am. Just
No,
you can't see it. That's
Yeah.
all. You can see your
I
perspiration.
know. Because it was toasty there.
But anyway, I ended up going to the stadium,
Okay.
and I just went up to where our seats were, the 500 section. I went up to the 500 section, and you can see it on my post on Instagram. I took a picture, and then I left. I went back there, and then I went back to the hotel, man.
Yeah.
But that stadium in itself is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's almost too much.
It is.
It's almost too much. They got the screen that goes around the top of the field. It's almost too much to pay attention to the game.
When you get home, did you notice that it was more Eagles fans there than it was there?
That's what I was going to say.
Eagles and I saw there was now if you stroll through the parking lot. Now somebody posted this earlier. Was talking about what the hell are they doing here? And you know who I'm talking about, the cowgirl. It was some yahoo out there tailgating amongst all the Eagles fans and all the Rams fans. He had his barbecue pit out and stuff, had a cowboy color car and a cowboy flag up there with his jersey on. I was like, what the hell are you even doing here? And then inside, I got a picture. Somebody was like, they always where they're not supposed to be at. It was somebody with a Michael Parsons jersey on inside. What are you even doing there?
That wasn't even. Yeah.
Now I can understand when it's overseas and in London or something.
Right.
Because you just like football. You go to the football game. It's the only football game in town. But you're literally going to an Eagles Rams game. Yeah. And with nobody stuff on but the Cowboys. I felt like that's some of the stupidest stuff I've seen. Besides that game, that was awesome to each and every Cowboy lover or hater, those of us.
The Cowboys are stinking it up right now. But shout out to all the Eagles fans. Yeah. Listen, we represented out in LA.
The takeover was real.
It was literally. I mean, you're in the stadium, and I didn't stay for the game, but I was there at the beginning, and you could hear the Eagles. As big as that stadium was, you could hear EAGLES Eagles. You could hear the Eagles shouting and cheering, and just their presence is awesome.
The best part about watching the game from the crib was when it was 3rd and long, and our defense was our defense out there, and our defensive line was doing like
right. That's right.
I was like, wait a minute, we're not.
That's not a home game, yeah, but we had that many people there.
Yeah, there was like you could hear the EAGLES on the way in and out of the stadium.
So what'd you take from that game, the Rams game?
I took that the offense is starting to click.
Okay.
So the offense is starting to click. Jalen is starting to get back to what we grew to love last year. We still got to get our red zone. We got to clean up our red zone stuff. We can't continue to kick a lot of field goals in the red zone. And the defense decided to start to learn his personnel a little bit better. He started to heat up the other guys. And what else did I learn? Where everybody kept saying, "Where's Hassan Reddick? Where's Hassan Reddick? Who showed up when it was nut cutting time?" Yeah,
and he got that thing off, that cast off his hand now. He's got two little thumb things on, one on each hand, but one
because you had to the first few weeks you had to roll with the hard part,
right?
And then once it starts to heal, it's still a cast, but it's not as hard as the other one.
But you can use your thumb.
You're still not gonna be able to use it.
Well, I'm telling you, and this is just my opinion. I think his thumb is getting.
Catch the ball.
I'm not saying he catches the ball, but he still uses his hand to make his move.
This is all you need.
Well.
That's all you need. See that?
In my opinion, you can say what you want.
Now, see where my thumb goes? See how far my thumb goes? Now?
Right. That's because you broke it.
Yeah. But it's like all you need is this.
Okay.
Get him down.
All right. Anyway, Hassan Reddick showed up. That's right.
Big time.
In that game. So what I saw was let me I think we really are right now. And we haven't talked really this year about Jalen Hurts as much as we talked about Jalen last year at this point during the season, because people up until this point, 4 or 5 games to the season last year, people were still questioning.
I wasn't.
But no, I'm just saying people were still questioning. It wasn't until about halfway through the season where people were like, "Oh yeah, Jalen is the man. He's the one. We need to keep him. He can really play. He's the truth." Jalen is doing some things, and we're witnessing history right now. And I believe that's a part of why the fans are so ignited and the fans are so excited, and they're participating so much, particularly in the away games. But let me tell you some of what Jalen is doing. Let me give you some of these stats. He's 21-1 in the last 23 starts. Everybody knows that. He's only the fifth quarterback in history to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Behind in the same company as Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning,
Nice.
Jim McMahon. Those are great quarterbacks, right?
Yep.
He's got the highest winning percentage as a quarterback since 2021. 11. He's on an 11-game road winning streak, tied for third longest streak ever. Y'all got to get this. He's beat every team in the NFC in the last 2.5 years, except for Seattle. Okay, and Seattle's coming up, so he got a chance to beat them this year. He's thrown for 275 plus yards in the past 3 games. We're witnessing history being made right here under our noses. So yes, I'm sure everybody appreciates it, but listen, I just want to throw those numbers out because this is something that's very special that's going on, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. One of the things I noticed on defense, though, we're still asking our defensive backs to do something, particularly at the beginning of the game with the Rams, to do something they cannot do.
What's that?
And that's cover man to man. Our Bradbury struggling.
Yeah.
You saw Nakua scored a touchdown on Bradbury before the half. I saw Eli Ricks. Eli Ricks, he was covering Cooper Kupp. You're asking Eli Ricks to cover Cooper Kupp?
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp? What is that?
This is the thing. This is the thing with the defense, and this is the part that you have to.
I'm not finished yet. Let me finish.
You got a bunch more stuff?
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm just gonna give it to you straight talk with.
But Mario Goodrich,
okay,
he's trying to cover Puka Nacua in the third quarter, and Puka he's in the slot. He just runs up, he makes a break across the middle,
right?
And Mario's trying to cover him, and he goes to break and falls down.
Yeah,
he's trying so hard to try to keep up with these cats, so we can't play man to man. They tried that the first part of the game, first half for the most part, and Cooper Kupp came back like he never missed a beat. Nacua was having a field day. So the second half, the Eagles changed it up a little bit.
Not that much though.
They playing a little more zone than they did. Then they played man. Yes, they did. And it changed it up a little bit. They have to change it up.
See what happened was they got out of the Rams when teams come out as a defense, we know that they practice on certain plays all week long. So we finna get that first. If you notice after that first drive, the first drive is always a haymaker,
right?
And they won't. But out of the first 2 or 3 drives, they want 14 to 21 points.
Mm-hmm.
We gave up 7 because they've been. Cooper Kupp come back, fresh legs. That was an option route. He has a 3-way go. We were giving him the inside, but instead of,
that's what he does.
But I know, but instead of dropping a linebacker up into that zone, or what Jim would have did was ran a zone blitz, and that would have been the defensive end right underneath that route. He chose to funnel it there, and the safety didn't come down and hit it. They just made the play.
But it's a zone blitz, like you said. It's a blitz, but it's a zone behind the blitz.
Yeah. But no, the whole blitz is a zone.
Right,
blitz.
right.
But it's still 4 people coming. You still have the same amount of people in the secondary. You just don't know which people. Now, what they end up doing was they end up chucking him a little bit at the line, and because you had to throw off the timing.
Right.
And that's
but we don't do that very well.
I know.
I'm watching Slay, and because I knew I wanted to talk about it.
Right.
So I'm watching those cats. I'm watching Slay. I watched that game again right after the game was off. I went on NFL Plus and watched it again.
Yeah.
And I'm watching Slay, and I'm watching Bradbury, and I'm watching those other defensive backs and nickel backs, and they're not doing a good job, even when they're up in their face.
Right.
They're not doing a good job of disrupting those wide receivers. Now, one of the issues is the wide receivers are pretty good.
Yeah.
Those cats are pretty good.
But also too, in those situations, a lot of times they couldn't get up and disrupt it because they ran the bunch formation too high. Cooper Kupp in that bunch formation.
Of course, that's good coaching.
That's
good coaching.
And they were running motion. But you realize, as a defense, what you realize is that is only going to be like the first part. Once you see it a couple of times that we got it, that we it's registered. You have to get back to what you do best, and what you do best is not good enough to win.
Right, and then we figured it out. Second half, we came out, shut them down the second half for the most part, and won the game. And that's what the Eagles have done thus far. 5 games into the season, they've been able to play not at their best, but figure it out and figure out a way to win. You got another read, big dog.
Do I have another read?
Yeah, you got another read.
So it's not the video again?
No, it's not the video.
Sorry. It's another Royal Billiards.
You're not ready yet? You want me to talk some more?
No, I got you.
Okay, go ahead, bro. You got it.
Are we in now?
Yeah, now.
Oh, now. Okay.
Now.
Royal Billiards Recreation is the ultimate game room and man cave. And man cave.
What happened?
And then I was just saying the man cave. Actually, I had Delight. I don't know why I put Delight on there because I was writing this earlier. It was, and I was thinking of delightfulness. It was just like
delightfulness.
Yes, a man cave delight.
You're thinking of Colinos. That's deliciousness.
Yes, delicious. But I was, I knew it was coming here. So so Royal Billiards is celebrating 41 years of providing the people with the best in pool tables, shuffleboard, bar, and kitchen stools. But I forgot to mention about the stools that they have the one that's like a throne. You got to make sure you.
Oh, you mentioned that last time. Yeah,
and it kind of rocks back. And then you make it stop.
Is it heated?
I don't know. I don't know. I know what it is heated. The hot tub is heated. The hot tub is heated.
We're going in the hot tub next week. We're doing a show from the hot tub next week.
And they have bars and bar tables, and they have video games, and they have those bendy lights too. Am I not correct? Those lights, those signs, those lit up signs and stuff. They had the poker table too. Are you a poker player?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. But if you
listen, I play spades.
I play spades and dominoes.
Okay, spades and dominoes.
Spades and dominoes.
That's what I do.
They have tables for that as well.
Okay, cool.
And if you want to go and check them out, they're on 515 Bethlehem Pike in Colmar, Pennsylvania 18915, or just go to royalbilliards.com. And Audra, I keep saying her name. I want to call her Audrey so bad because of the way it's spelled. Audra and Marty will be there waiting on you, and they'll give you some quality stuff
with the treats.
The treats.
Marty,
we got Marty. You got to give Marty the treats. Marty's going to make you play with it. He had a ball, and I think I threw it like about 5 or 6 times. Trying not to break anything in there, but it was pretty cool.
So let me ask you a question, man. I'm trying to do some stuff in my studio. I know this is off subject, y'all, but it's okay. This is our show. We can talk about what we want to talk about. All right. This is vetted. This is what we do. Yes. Where'd you get that light from? And I need to get one of those. What is that? Can y'all see that? The dots on him and all that?
This is like one of the lights that helps me relaxes me at night because
at nighttime.
Yeah.
I'm putting one of those in my studio, man. Let me take a picture of that.
I'll send a link to you.
I'm gonna take a picture of it. I won't need the link.
All right.
Turn it on sideways. I got it. Yeah. I'll have one next week shining on me. So the Jets this week.
Yes.
We talked about it a little bit earlier. Mm-hmm. What do we need to do to keep the train rolling? I think this is a game that potentially, we have a lot of focus. Most of our players are focused. Sirianni keeps the team focused. Right. I don't think they're going to be looking past the Jets to Miami because Miami's coming in town next week. Yes, which is I want both teams to win this week, right? So this thing can be set up for a great game. That's going to be crazy next week.
You did play for Miami.
Yeah, so I don't think they'll look past the Jets. I actually at the beginning of the season when the schedule came out, because of the schedule and them coming back from LA and winning that game, I had this down as a loss because I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to be playing. And it was a loss. I had it down as a loss, not because I thought the Jets were better, but just because I thought maybe the Eagles might have a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, but I don't think so this week.
No,
and I think it's mainly because of the coaches, both coaches' competitive edge. Robert Salas is already talking about giving Jalen 11 kisses on the brotherly shove, and I'm like, but Nick Sirianni is pretty much going to take that to heart, and the offensive line too, as well, is going to take pride in keeping him clean the entire game. Right. And you have an opportunity as an offensive line, dubbed as one of the best offensive line, if not the best offensive line in the NFL currently, right? To go against one of considered what is the best, one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Well, they're about fifth. I think the defense as a whole is about ranked fifth. Yeah,
as a whole is ranked fifth, but the
defensive line,
the defensive line are some beasts. I think he puts up there in front of you. I don't know. Whatever do you mean?
Okay.
Okay.
It's the next ad.
Okay. But now, so when you look at it, it's I think it's going to be a challenge for the guys up front. It's like because they've been kicking. If you look at the way that their season's been going, the Jets, their defense has been dictating to people what they can and can't do.
Right.
And they get a play here or there. I think the only team that throttled them, it was maybe one team that throttled them, but you know, other than that, it was they pretty much kept the offense in the game the entire time.
But they have not played anybody that's comparable to the Eagles and the weapons that thank God. I don't know why it took 5 weeks. Thank God we started getting the ball to Dallas Goedert. Shout out to Dallas Goedert. Thank God we got the ball to him. What did he catch? 117 yards and a TD. Yeah, took 5 weeks for them to get the ball. He had 8 catches, 9 targets.
Yeah, now this was the only gripe I had about the Rams game was on 3rd and 2. You throw the ball out to Quez Watkins, who hasn't been playing. Man, he did what any scaredy cat do. No, he ran out of bounds. It was like my buddy sent me a play. It's like he was like, tell Quez this is the good alley. There was an alley right there.
Right, no, it was. I know what play you're talking about.
And if you could have seen Devontae Smith's face when he ran outside.
Really?
It's like, really, dude, you're going to go outside like that? You're going to go outside like that?
Yeah,
make me look bad.
And speaking of Devontae, he got a couple of targets, but he only caught 1 ball. No complaining. No. You didn't see any antics on the sideline.
Well, he did walk the length of the field, and then
he just walked.
The coach came and got him.
He just walked.
He walked. He
just walked.
It was the walk. It was the walk of destruction.
Right. It was. Listen, your silence can be a lot louder than your yelling. Well, yeah, or your voice. You can be silent and be a lot louder.
Well, then there goes the part where you're talking about you're just happy that you win.
Well, again, he didn't have any antics on the sideline.
No,
he went for a walk, and I think the media made more of it than what it really was. We don't know why he was walking down the sidelines. They did try to throw the ball. He dropped one, so that's on him. But anyway, so yeah, the Jets are a game that the Eagles should win easily. I think the starters will not be in the game towards the latter part of the game because the game will be well in hand. Really? Yes, they do have a decent defense, but their offense is so much in shambles, and they have not, like I said, faced a team that's as balanced as the Eagles are offensively and defensively, that no matter what the defense doesn't, and they're running the ball. They're trying to run the ball, but nobody's been able to run the ball. I think we're giving up 2.1 yards per carry to anybody who's trying to run the ball. Oh, yeah. Nobody's running the ball on us this year. So it's going to be for naught. It's going to be for naught. And do we have a commercial now? We're good? Okay. So our guest is coming in. We got a special guest coming in, y'all. Her name is Angela Carlino. Yes, you got to slide over and let her in. Slide over and let her in. Yo, right here in Ardmore's, I got it written down, Craig. Could you please leave me alone? That's my manager. He's trying to tell me, I got this. I got the notes written down right here. I wrote it down when you told me the first time.
He's doing what he's supposed to.
Yes, I know he's doing what he's supposed to do. You all sit there, Angela? Angela Carlino, y'all put your hands together for the owner.
You got it on backwards.
I do.
Yeah. That way.
There you go. Uh-huh.
All right.
Now you can pull the mic up.
This is the 40th.
40 years.
40th year anniversary celebration. Your grandmother.
My grandmother, yes.
She's the one that founded and started this whole thing. This is absolutely, I've never been here before, but this is crazy nice, crazy good.
Thank you.
You already know what I think of it. She took me around and treated me like a man in charge.
I'm gonna put that up.
It was actually the cheesecake. She was like, "Let it get your own temperature." She's like, "No, I was like, "No, I'm a man. I'm not here right now." But it was like when you go around and you see everything that is made and stuff. For those of us who are single and need a meal made, you could come, especially here. They had soups back there, and remember when you was bitching about it about it was too hot to eat chili. They got it back there.
It's still too hot to eat chili, man.
Too hot to eat chili,
you got to eat chili in the wintertime.
No, you don't. You eat it when you see fit. When my taste buds say, "Hey,
well,
big dog, go get some chili."
That's you.
I want to be able to go get some chili,
and nobody's gonna stop you.
I know. the lasagnas and stuff. They
It's
have
all
wine
good.
back there. What else is that?
This
I'm trying to get it.
cheesesteak right here. These cheesesteaks.
Oh,
Oh,
hold
the
up.
stromboli.
You gave him the cheesesteak.
Oh
man.
yes, they give me the
No,
cheesesteak.
no.
The
Hold up.
cheesesteak stromboli. Look at that. Look at that.
Hold on.
That's the bomb right there.
Wait a minute.
This is like crack cocaine. This is
Yeah.
addictive right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So you gave him that one, and the guy who doesn't eat hot stuff, you gonna give me the
Yeah,
buffalo chicken stromboli,
Well,
spicy stromboli.
so Angela, you got a charity launch going on with the Eagles?
We're partnering and we're doing a great fundraising effort for Eagles Autism
Okay.
Foundation.
Okay.
So we're announcing it here first.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we have a team Carlinos. Everyone can join.
Okay.
Hop on the website Eagles Autism and join our walk, and we'll do a lot of fun things and fundraising all the way leading up in the spring for
Okay.
the foundation. So
Ah.
we're really excited to be part of that.
Mhm.
Great cause, and yeah, lots of fun Eagles activity is going to happen leading up to that.
Oh, cool.
And we always
Well,
love
may-
that around
well-
here.
well,
Go
maybe-
Philly.
Yeah, but maybe that I have my own team for the Eagles autism thing. You don't have yours?
What?
You have
team?
a team too?
Yes.
All right.
I have a team too.
I'm
so
on your
Awesome.
team,
maybe
man.
Maybe we collaborate.
Oh, that's a great
and
idea.
do some stuff to raise some money together. Oh, it's well, you know you can do your own, right?
I'm on your team.
Okay. All right. We can do it. And all I did was just ask everybody to donate to you. 1 year a punter beat me by $1.
Really?
Yeah. See, I had 3,500. He had $3,501.
Well, we'll beat them this year. I'm on your
$1.
team, big dog.
Okay, got you.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we're real excited. Thank you guys for being here, and
Okay.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Listen, this is great.
This is
Thank you.
tremendous.
Can we come back?
anytime.
Can we do another show here?
Of course.
You sure?
Nice.
Yeah.
You're gonna feed me again?
Always.
All right.
You
Did
can't leave here hungry.
Did you get the desserts?
No, you know, I don't do a lot. I don't do a lot of desserts. They put
No,
them
no.
right here next to me. They're
No,
trying to.
no,
They're trying to get me to eat
No, no.
them.
There's
no,
cheesecake in
There's
there.
cheesecake in there, but it's like you have to go to cannoli, and
Oh.
yes, and then they have a ball ass spread of cookies over there too, and
Oh.
delicious cakes.
Jeez.
That's right.
Yeah, I was trust me, I was.
I'll have to go work out 3 times a day if I come to this place.
It's called balance.
Yes,
Balance?
Mhm.
Yeah, because she remembers my motto: I work out to eat, not eat to work out.
Mine too. Love that motto.
You heard it here. You heard it here. Well, Angela, thank you for
Thank you.
allowing us to come today and to
You're
do our
welcome.
show live here from Carlino's in Ardmore.
Ardmore.
Ardmore. Ardmore. I'm sorry. In Ardmore.
Don't worry, I keep messing up Audrey's name.
Yeah,
Name.
that's all right. Ardmore. In Ardmore. Angela Carlino.
Awesome.
Come on, y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Put your hands together.
Yay.
Thank you.
I got Ardmore written right there. Ardmore. That's funny.
Thank you.
We ready for the commercial?
I think
We
have
got
to
to
do commercial now.
we got to go to a commercial. We'll be back with history with Hollis.
In our family, food is our daily bond. My nonna, affectionately called Mama by many, found solace and joy in the kitchen, sharing her love through delicious creations. She turned her culinary passion into a flourishing business alongside her husband and sons in 1983. Celebrating 40 years is a testament to our exceptional team, friends, family, and beloved customers. With gratitude, we look forward to the future, expanding our brand to share the highest quality Italian food and wine nationwide. Our heartfelt thanks to everyone who has played a part in our story. Grazie mille.
Okay.
All right, we're back, y'all. We're going to finish out this last segment of our show here at Vetted on A2D Radio. Irving Fryar, Hollis Thomas. We're here live at Carlino's in Ardmore.
Yes, Ardmore.
In Ardmore. But before we finish it out, we're gonna have Big Dog have his read, and then we're gonna have history from Hollis.
This day in history is brought to you by Philly Sports Trips for all of your Eagles road games needs and home tailgating needs. You can go to phillysportstrips.com, click the tailgating app. We sold out for the Jets game, but we still have some room for the Miami Dolphins home game and some of the other trips that are coming up. So let's go to phillysportstrips.com. Now, today is October the 12th. It's the 285th day of the year. There's only 8 of these suckers left. Today's national holidays is Pulled Pork Day.
Pulled pork day.
Yes.
Oink oink.
Oink oink. Yes. Also, it's Gumbo Day.
That's Southern
Yes,
right there.
it's in Louisiana. It was
Y'all want some?
18th century Louisiana. from out of West Africa. Gumbo comes from.
Okay.
Yes. It's also Farmer's Day and a Free Thought Day and a Moment of Frustration Scream Day.
Oh, so is that why I screamed on my way over here today?
Probably.
When I didn't know that. I was on my way over here in the car and there was so much traffic. I screamed. I didn't know. That's why.
Was that your moment of frustration?
Yes, it was. Well, I've never really done that before, but I did it today for some reason.
We got some events here today. In 1871, then President Ulysses S. Grant, he condemned the Ku Klux Klan. 1892, the Pledge of Allegiance was first said in public schools.
All right.
And you knew that, right?
Yeah, I know they took it out.
Yeah, because I used to do it when I was a kid in school. In 1915, the Ford Motor Company, they made their 1 millionth vehicle in Detroit.
And when?
In 1915. 1 millionth automobile.
In 1915?
Yes.
How many since then? My God.
Probably way more than that. In 1928, it was the first time the iron lung was used for a kid in Boston Children's Hospital. I got some quick birthdays here. 1932, Dick Gregory. I know you remember Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
Yes. 1945, Dusty Rhodes. 1968, Hugh Jackman. 1970, Kirk Cameron. 1975, Marion Jones. In 1977 on October 10th was my brother Samandrick Thomas Pops. His birthday was on 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Yes.
October 10th.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah.
He's probably watching us.
Happy belated.
Happy belated.
You said 2 days ago.
Yeah, but some people celebrate their birthday the whole month of October.
Yeah, that's not fair.
It's not fair.
No, that's just selfish when people celebrate the birthday the whole month. You got one day you're born. Listen, what's so special about birthdays? Everybody was born. No, everybody was born. Everybody who was here was born. Am I right? So what's so special about birthdays?
Yeah, I celebrate the whole year. The year of the tank. That's what
something to think about, isn't it? Yeah.
That's what I got for you. Brought to you by Philly Sports Strips. That's what I have for you this week.
Prediction. What you got? Yeah, prediction for the Jets game. You already know what my prediction is. My prediction is not a score, but my prediction is that the Eagles are going to blow the Jets out. Late in the fourth quarter, the first string will not be in the game. They'll be on the sidelines because the game will be over.
You think they're gonna do that because that's what the 49ers end up doing to the Cowgirls?
It'll be similar to that. Well, and part of the reason the 49ers drove the Cowboys like that because Dak ain't all that.
He said he was not going to throw double digits.
That's what he said, but he lied.
Now, my prediction is 28-10 Birds. I feel like their defense has enough. Their defense still plays late, and they're not going to allow us any cheap late touchdowns. But they may in the fourth quarter. We may put the other guys in because we're already ahead by how much we're ahead by. But I don't think that we're going to allow Zach Wilson to do what he's been doing to getting any better than he's been in the past few weeks because he sucks.
I was going to say, what exactly has you said allow him to do what he's been doing? What has he been doing besides sucking?
Well, they allowed him to manage the game and not stop everybody else.
They're going to put pressure on him, and the little bit of pressure that he's been getting has been enough to cause him to make mistakes. When he gets the pressure that our front five are going to put on him. Remember, Fletcher Cox is back this week, and obviously Hassan Riddick.
Yep.
These cats are taking off now.
Forgot about Sweat.
Oh, and Sweat, he on the other side. We haven't heard his name for the last couple of weeks, but I promise you we're going to hear it this week.
You heard it early on. Remember I told you sometimes sacks come in bunches.
And let Jalen Carter get in there and thrash him like he did Matthew Stafford. I mean, I thought he was going to get a penalty for that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think he was going to get a penalty. They were talking about it. They were talking about he kept talking about a face mask. He grabbed him literally right here.
Well, no, I wasn't talking about a face mask. Just he ragdolled him, man. He just threw him to the ground like he was a piece of paper. But, yeah, this defense is definitely starting to get better. This team, the Eagles, is definitely starting to get better. And we're just the beneficiaries of all this talent, man. All this talent.
The one thing I do know the Jets have, their center is a veteran center, Connor McGovern, I think his name is. He's probably one of the better offensive linemen that they have. So the interior guys, they're not going to, not to say that he's going to be the end all be all, but it should be a formidable matchup, especially versus the run. pass rush. I feel like when they drop back to pass, we should put Zach on his ass.
Now, Sauce Gardner, you're talking about the defense. Sauce is their legitimate defensive back corner.
Right.
He likes to stay on the left side.
Right.
Some are predicting that he will follow A.J. Brown from side to side. I don't think that's the case. And then there are people who have been saying, I've been listening, well, just don't throw it to his side. And that's okay because, I mean, that's good coaching. I remember when I was here and John Gruden was the offensive coordinator, he would motion me to get me matched up with linebackers.
Right.
You know, that's what you want. I don't why put me out there against the best corner all the time. You know, that's going to happen every now and then, but it's a chess game. Get your best players against their worst players. That way your best players have a maximum chance of succeeding.
We will put our second best corner on the best receiver.
Right, and give him some help.
Yeah, give him help. Yeah, you have to play little games like that, but it shouldn't be like that. You should line up and whoop whoever line up in front of you.
That's the name of the game. But Sauce is a good corner.
He's a good corner.
He can be a shutdown corner. Can he shut down A.J. Brown? No.
I don't think
Can he shut down Devontae Smith?
No. I don't
No.
think so.
Can he shut down Dallas Goedert? No. So wherever he is, if they decide to have him switch sides or go wherever A.J. Brown goes, it's not really going to make a difference. We can spread the ball around. Again, we got Dallas Goedert in this team. I think they're 28th. They're the worst. Their defense is next to the worst or down the bottom when it comes to defending tight ends in the past. Yeah. They're 28th in the league right now.
Right.
So Dallas Goedert got in a rhythm last week. I think we're going to see more of Dallas in this game because that's something obviously the Eagles are going to see on film, that they don't do a good job of covering the tight end, particularly in pass patterns. So we're going to see some of that, and Dallas will have a big game. I do believe Devontae will get more involved.
Right.
They always try. And I think that's important as well, making sure you talked about Quez Watkins,
right,
making sure your players, particularly the wide receivers and the running backs, making sure your skilled players stay involved.
But why do we get Quez Watkins involved?
Well, because it may come down to a time in a game.
It better not. It better not.
It may. I didn't say it will. It may. It may come down to a time in the game where we need him to make a play. Okay? Where Jalen's Reed happens to take him to Quez Watkins, and Quez is open, and you want him to be in the flow of the game so he makes that play.
Audible.
No, it's too late once the ball snaps. So that's why you keep guys involved, because I've been when I was in New England, I played games where I didn't get but one or two balls thrown my way, and you're not in a rhythm. You're not in a rhythm. You want to be in the rhythm of the game so that when it comes time for you to make a play, you can make a play.
Audible.
But that's happened in the past where Quez was throwing the ball and he dropped it.
Yeah.
And it was a big play because he wasn't involved.
Last year.
It wasn't involved.
Against the Commanders and the Super Bowl. Now,
who's asking the question?
Well, now somebody was now they put a comment up there about our defense taking it personal because everybody's still talking about the Jets defense so much. And then when Robert Salas talk about he was going to give Jalen 11 kisses, somebody asked Fletcher what was they going to do to stop Breece Hall, and he said give him 11 kisses.
Why do players start stuff like that? Man? People don't.
Robert Salas started that.
I know. I'm saying, why did he start something like that when he knows that's just adding fuel to a fire? When he knows that gives the opposing team, your opponent who's coming in, it gives them reason to be even more riled or more angry or more prepared. Yeah, you build your opponent up, and when they come, then you chop them down. You don't ever say anything malicious or negative against your opponent prior to the competition.
Right.
You build them up. You say how well they're playing, how good they are, how much of a challenge they're going to be. Then when they come in the game, they step on the field, then you chop them down.
I'm under the influence that I really don't care how you feel when you come to the game. I'm going to hit you in the mouth.
Well, yeah, it's too late then once you get on the field.
It's going to be a long day.
It's too late once you get on the field. You can't call your mama. You can't leave.
It's going to be a long day. Hope you brought your lunch.
Listen, y'all, we got 5 minutes to go.
Cool.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody want to ask a question? You over there chit-chatting, having a good time. Nobody has any questions for Hollis or myself? Come on. Got a chance to be a movie star right here. No, you got to come and sit. Come and sit next to Big Dog. Like I said, we're live at Carlino's in Ardmore, and we have a crowd here.
One of the chefs.
One of the chefs. He does a great job. Come on in. Yeah, come on in.
I'm Hollis's bodyguard, by the way.
You're Hollis's bodyguard?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'm not gonna mess with you.
Yeah, it's good.
Come on in just a little
right.
closer so they can see yourself on there. There you go.
All right. So, what do we think this week, score-wise?
Oh, my score was.
Oh, were you paying attention to the
show? I was making food.
Yeah, my score was 28-10. I didn't know. I know what this score was.
I say blowout. So they're gonna score 40 points to like 12, something like that.
All right.
I just believe this is one of those breakout games for the Eagles. I really do, because
a statement game.
Yeah, breakout statement game. What do you want to call it? It's one of those games because they haven't put up big points yet this season.
They just consistently kick people.
They're consistently winning, yes, and they're doing it in different ways. They're doing it different ways, whether it's throwing the ball, whether it's running the ball, whether it's defense, whatever it is. They're winning games in different ways, which is really good, really good. I believe, you see the San Francisco 49ers, the Miami Dolphins, they're putting up big numbers and whatnot. But I believe that the Eagles, as we said last week on A2D radio, I believe the Eagles are the most dangerous team in the league right now, because you haven't seen what they're capable of. We know, because of what happened last year, what they're capable of. Matter of fact, we've improved our defense, because right now in rushing, I forget, it's rushing. During the rushing, Jalen Carter is ranking above
everybody.
No, he's second. He's second, but he's ranking above Hargrave, who we lost. So we've improved in that area.
We just got younger. That's all.
Well, he's a beast.
Yeah, you got younger.
You didn't see Hargrave thrashing people like he's thrashing people right now.
That's what I was about to say. And it was kind of funny when somebody asked me the difference. I was like, they both kind of do the same things, but when you see Jalen Carter, it's a different man.
It's a different level.
It's a different level.
It's a different level. Yeah.
It's just like, even when they try to double team, they're like Hargrave would disappear sometimes versus the run.
Right.
But you see Jalen Carter, he's still wrecking
shots.
So
right.
It's
and he's just a rookie.
Yeah, just a rookie.
He only has 5 games under his belt, man. It's going to be crazy what he's going to be capable of doing. Yeah.
Tremendous.
So this defense, him, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, can you imagine the two of them over the next 5-6 years? Maybe if they can keep them together.
I like the fact when they lined all 3 of those guys up in the interior. Fletcher, Jordan Davis, and Jalen Carter, and they run when they run a 5-man front. They have Sweat
and
Hassan Reddick on the outside.
Yeah, that's an all-star team.
Yeah,
that's an all-star front.
And a lot of times when you see that, that's you want to either run zone or zone principles, or you want a matchup zone. I like matchup zones better, because when a guy comes to your territory, that's where you go to him. You don't just it almost looks like man, but it's not.
Right.
And if we could do that and rush to 5-on-5, man, then somebody's gonna win.
Yeah. Well, I think when we are 5-on-5, yes, we have a better chance defensively of winning than any other team in the league.
I'm talking about winning fast.
Because you make all those names you just rattled off: Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Hassan Reddick, Fletcher Cox, Sweat. Come on, who has a better front defensive line than that?
Then you still come back with the BG.
Mm-hmm.
Then the
arrested BG.
Arrested 90 number 93. Come back. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
You come back with all those guys, and then it's man. And then Roman.
Yeah. So Eagles big.
Big.
That's what do you say?
Yeah, no, big. At least by 2 touchdowns.
At least by 2 touchdowns? That's not big. That's just regular.
Yeah, but then you run the ball when you are up that big, right?
Right, but I want to stomp them.
Wow.
Yeah, when you run the ball, the ball stomps them as well.
Yeah.
Put your foot on the net.
You physically kick them you physically make them quit.
So here's my question, and we're going to end with this.
Okay.
The brotherly shove.
Yeah.
What do you think about? What do you think about the brotherly shove? And tell us what you think. As a defensive lineman, what do you think about the brotherly
it's
shove?
funny. I used to play rugby, and we used to, in the scrum, you shove. It is.
It's called what, scrum?
In a scrum, when you guys are all attacking each other like that,
like a huddle.
Scrum,
yeah.
So we used to just throw the ball in there, and you had to get it. but you know that's kind of the way it is. It's if you know how to do it
Right.
technically,
Right.
you're going to win.
Right.
And that's what they've been talking about, that they know how to technically do it.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, what are the Eagles doing since they know how to do it? It's obviously they know how to do it because they're doing it at 90. I think there's a 98%. They win at 98% of the time.
No, they win at 92%.
92%.
And the NFL is
81. Yeah, 81. So everybody else who's trying to, they win at 81%. Eagles are doing it at 92% success rate.
I told you.
So what exactly are they doing that nobody else is able to do?
Well, I'm sure that Mailata is helping that and teaching them how to do it.
Right.
And
that's a great point because he's a rugby player. Yeah,
and
great point.
And I think someone came to help them coach that.
Okay.
I do remember, and so then it's just let's go. You know,
because nobody that I haven't seen anybody else in the NFL. They've tried it. Nobody does it the way they do it. Now, of course, Jalen, his strong legs, that doesn't hurt any at all.
Low man wins.
Is that what it is? Low man wins.
Well, that's what I told you how to stop it last time. I told you take the two defensive tackles, you put them in the gap, and then they shoot.
Mm-hmm.
When they shoot, they grab the legs of the quarterback so that he can't plow forward.
Okay.
And everybody keeps talking about we'll jump over. I was like, that's why you have everybody else hitting as well.
Mm-hmm.
But those guys that are in the interior are standing right up. You're playing right into their hands.
Right.
It's like you're supposed to. It's a low man wins. It's a goal line charge. You hardly ever see it anymore because everybody's trying to get a sack. That's why you always see the defensive lineman in the end zone. He ain't supposed to be there because he got drove there because he's not doing a goal line charge.
That's why you should be still playing, big dog, because he knows what to do. Listen, that's our show for today. Again, every Thursday at 5 p.m. right here on A2D Radio. This is Vetted with Irving, Fryar, Hollis, Thomas. Chef, what's your name?
Bruno.
And Bruno.
Bruno,
the chef Bruno here at Carlino's in Ardmore. Listen, we'll see you all next week. Same time, same place. Same purpose, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.
That's right. Go Birds.